Welcome back here at Next 2018 in Orlando, Florida. I'm Jillian McLean, your Director of Communications for the Student Assembly Board of Directors. And this is Dominic Fabroni. He's a new grad from Mayo Clinic of Health Sciences in Minnesota, and he's also on the Board of Directors with me. He's the Nominating Committee Chair. And Member. So sorry, Ron.
Sorry, Ron.
My bad. But board applications are due soon, and we kind of wanted to, what's up with all that, Dom?
Yeah, so I mean, being here at Next and especially at House of Delegates, it's been super great because we've got to meet a lot of students who are very excited about the potential of applying for this board, right? The Student Assembly Board of Directors, which we'll get into a little bit more, but applications are actually out now and they are due on July 22nd. So if you're someone we've chatted with or somebody who has interest, check those out online on the APTA website. You can find the link to that application, and it's due on the 22nd. So what else you want to know?
Well, you'll find that under the current students page, and if you go to Student Assembly Board of Directors, it should be underneath that. And by the way, it's 11:59 p.m. if you're a procrastinator like I was last year. It's totally okay.
All the way to midnight.
And Dom, what has your experience been like, and why should someone apply for the Board of Directors?
So my experience in this past year has just been fantastic. I mean, I'm somebody who loves to come to these conferences and absorb all the energy from all the other professionals and all the other students, but
and the
also
own energy you give off.
a little bit. Hopefully I give some people energy that they take back with them, but the thing that I value the most is just having those connections and being able to make those connections either at the conference, but hopefully ones that will last long and last in your career. And even within my own state, I have met more people here at conferences than I have met back in my own state, mostly because I do national involvement more so than my state, and I'm working that way, so Minnesota, get ready. But I just think that any student can find a good experience within involvement, but also within running for the Board of Directors. It's something that teaches you time management, teaches you how to manage a big load, going out into a career that demands a lot of us as professionals in the healthcare realm. So I think that being on the board really helps you kind of get ready for that world that's going to be very, very busy. So does that kind of answer your question?
It does. And we do have a new student involvement handout. It kind of breaks down different levels of involvement and how much time is each one requiring, and it works up to the Board of Directors, which is a one-year term. And so you don't necessarily have to apply for the Board of Directors, which we would love you to, because we love everyone. But Dom, do you have to have leadership experience to be on the board?
So I think that's one thing that we run into a lot of. We are talking to students and they will say, I don't do anything. I'm not meant to be on this board. Like, I'm not the one you're looking for. And I say, you know, we're not looking as much for the experience as we're looking for the people. And we're looking for the people that can fill these roles and that can really be successful on a board that functions at a high level to represent the student interest and really help us get out of the most out of our experience here with the student, or with the APTA, right? And so on our current board, we have one member who hadn't attended a conference before she went to NSC and decided to apply and run and got elected at NSC. And we have another member on our...
that was Allie Patterson, by the way, Secretary.
Yes, so. And another person on our board, Molly, who's our PTA representative, who hadn't even started class. Luckily, she had a great early mentor in Key, who was on the board the year previous, that convinced her to run and convinced her that there was value in that. So no, you do not need experience. You need to have the right attitude and the willingness to jump into something really great and drink from a fire hose a little bit, but really get awesome experiences, connections, and development out of it as well.
I would agree with that, and my experience on the board is it's been definitely one of the most challenging things, but you will grow more personally in this experience than I think anything else our profession can offer us as students. The opportunities and the doors that open for you from just even applying and being slated, not necessarily even being elected, I think is a really great experience that any student that wants something more should consider. And Dom, how do we get a hold of you or us to ask more questions?
So all of our information will be also on the APTA website under the Student Assembly, and then you go to the Board of Directors and you can find our information right there to contact us personally. Otherwise, I can post my information in the bottom of this video right now. I don't know if you want me to say my email right now, but we'll get that to whoever needs it. So you can reach out to us. There's a lot of ways to find our information. And if you're out here at Next, flag one of us down. Ron Peacock, James Newman, me, Dominic Faboni, we'd love to talk to you. Even if you're not interested in running for the board, helping you find your APTA and where you fit and where you can get great experiences and value and development out of this. And I'm throwing out all these buzzwords, but really involvement has brought nothing but those things for me. And I know I'm a little biased towards involvement because I love being at these things, but there's a way to do it for everyone, and it doesn't always involve being at the conference even. There are lots of ways to do things at home. There are lots of ways to do things silently on committees or just offering your opinions on different matters. So there's always ways for students to feel like they have a voice in the APTA.
I 100% agree. And if you guys have any questions, always reach out to us on social media too. It's at APTA SA on Twitter and at APTA Student Assembly on Instagram, and I think APTA Student Assembly on Facebook as well. Dom, so thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you guys a little bit later.
Thanks for having me.